When reflecting on the timeless beauty of classic gardens, one cannot help but notice photographs of gardeners posing with their prized possession, their garden spade. Looking back at the 1800s, the gardener's spade was considered a high dollar tool used daily in agricultural and horticultural pursuits. Wood handles were treated with oil and metals were polished and sharpened. Down the line, fathers would pass their prized and cherished spade to their children as a rite of passage to becoming the head farmer or head gardener. Fast forward to present day, over 2 centuries later, the spade and shovel remain indispensable tools for contemporary gardens. So after breaking yet another cheap and generic shovel, I realized the time had come for me to purchase my own heirloom garden spade. Out of nowhere, I read an article from the world famous gardener Monty Don, and he was asked what his favorite garden tool was, and he said, "My favorite tool is a spade that I watched being made for me at the Bulldog Foundry in Wigan on the day that Miss Thatcher resigned in November 1990. It went literally from molten metal to me walking out holding a spade. I never let anyone else use it, and I wouldn't sell it for £1,000,000. It's irreplaceable." All right, now fast forward a year and a half after reading that Monty Don article, I went ahead and ordered my own Bulldog spade, and I absolutely love it. It's helped me build my entire landscape. It's 43 inches long, which I was looking for a little bit longer spade. I'm a little bit on the taller end, so I appreciate the extra length. There's several on the market that are 34, 35, 36 inches. And this was one of the only ones I could find that were on the taller end. The narrow shovel head really helps me get into all the tight spaces in my border. And when I first got the spade, actually one of the first things I did was dig out a dead birch tree that we had in the yard. And I really felt like I could cinch down on it and really give it a good oomph to get the root ball out, and never really felt at any point that it was going to snap or break. You can see several of the videos on the Bulldog YouTube channel where they're really pushing the spade to the limit. They're running it over, they're beating it with sledgehammers. And again, that really sold me that this was a quality spade. And these videos are coming directly from their Wigan factory, and they've been making this spade there since 1780s. To make sure, I emailed Bulldog, and here's what I wrote. "Hello, Bulldogs." In the frequently asked questions section, it says the Bulldog Premier Garden Spade range is made in our factory in Wigan, England. What is considered a premier garden range, and is the treading digging spade considered a premier, and where is it built? And here was their response. "Hello, Glenn. The treading digging spade is part of the Premier line, which is still made in our original Wigan factory. The spade comes with a lifetime warranty. They exceed a 250-pound stress test, and it's made from one piece of solid steel, so there's no weld marks or weak spots." Now, there are a couple of negatives to this spade. I would definitely say it's on the heavier end. I don't know the exact weight of it, but it's definitely a heavier spade. It feels balanced, though. It feels heavy on this end and heavy on this end, so it's definitely a balanced spade. Sometimes that extra weight is nice, though, if you're really trying to sink it into the ground. But maybe like older gardeners, smaller men, maybe some women might have a little bit more difficult time with the weight, especially if you're going to try to use this thing all day. So it, again, is on the definite side of a heavier spade. I guess that's part of the quality, right? Another negative is it was $75, so it's definitely on the more expensive end. There's definitely cheaper options out there, but if I'm going to be using this thing for the next, 25 or 30 years, then the extra money now is definitely well worth it in the end. So one of these days, when I'm long gone, hopefully one of my kids is planting their dream garden using Dad's old trusty Bulldog garden spade.